Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, in today's video, we will be learning about data scrapping with the help of Python. And I'm using a wonderful library which Python has, which is known as Beautiful Soup. There is a library in Python which is known as Beautiful Soup. With the help of you can perform the data scrapping. Now, what do you mean by data scrapping first of all? So, let's say we have a website. This is a website, okay? And you want to scrap the data means, suppose this is your heading, so you want to extract the heading from this particular website. You want to extract the content which is written inside the website, or you want to extract these side panel data which is written. So that is called as data scrapping. Data scrapping means you can extract the data from an HTML page, okay, or an HTML phraser. Fine. So from any website you can actually scrap the data, but make sure that you're not misusing it. Okay, so that's how data scrapping works. So with the help of Python, how can we scrap the data? So first of all, if you see, this is the web page wherein if I just click on inspect, like right click and inspect, if I click on, so there are like the HTML programming written in the inspect part, wherein it has used the divs for the containers, like whether it's the create account or login or search panel. These are some containers for divs. They have also used the h1 for heading, h2 for subheading, stuff like that. So let's say we want to extract whatever is written inside the div, and we want to extract the h1, that means the heading, that is Python programming language. This is the heading of the page, so I want to extract these, okay, like this one and all the divs. So this content is a div, okay, this search bar is a div, the create account login, these are all some divs. Okay, we want to extract those, that means we want to data scrap from this particular website itself. Fine. So how to do that? So let's come back. So let's come back to this, and we'll start off first of all with the library which is there for using the Beautiful Soup, that is BS4. BS4 is the library inside Python with the help of which you can perform the data scrapping. So from the terminal, from the command line, you can directly write like pip install, okay, and you can write BS4 and then install it, this particular library, in your terminal, okay, like in your Python. Once you install it, so here what code you have to write for data scrapping. So I'll start with from BS4, okay, that means I'm taking the elements from the library BS4 in order to perform the data scrapping. So what I want to import from BS4, I will be importing Beautiful Shop. So Beautiful Soup, okay, that's a one property of BS4 which I want to import. And other property which I want to import is the request which I want to make to the HTML in order to data scrap the elements from the website. Fine. So next, once these two lines of code are written, you need to go with the URL in which you're performing the data scrapping. So you have to mention the URL within the single inverted code. So this is our URL. Okay, you can paste your URL over here, whichever HTML URL you want to data scrap. Okay, once this is there, so next we will move on to, suppose I take response as variable, and inside this I'll just place a request that I want to get URL. That means I'm actually telling Python that I want to work on the URL. So just read all whatever features or whatever elements or whatever descriptions are there in this particular website. So with the help of request command, request.get, you can actually read whatever is there inside the URL, and that I'm storing it inside response, a variable. Okay, next what you have to do, you just have to write, so from the Beautiful Soup you have to use the soup, and then you have to write Beautiful Soup, and inside this you have to mention response dot text, okay, and it is coming from an HTML page or an HTML phraser. Okay, fine. Next comes in what you have to extract from the website. Okay, so suppose from this particular website which I showed you, so I just want to extract the header, that means h1, and I also want to extract the divs like the search bar, the the create account, login, the contents. So these content, search, create account, these should come up, okay, like as a data. Fine, and this heading should also come up. So first of all, for the heading, let me take a variable. Let's say I take a variable as title, and inside title you just have to use this particular variable, that is soup. So you just have to write soup dot find. That means soup dot find will help you to find in this particular whole URL what you are looking for. Okay, so what we are looking for, we are looking for h1. Wherever h1 is used in the URL, it will give you, like it will extract that particular text. So in h1 what we are looking for, you're looking for text, so you'll write text. If you want to look for URL, you can write dot URL. Fine, that's how you'll extract the title. Now if you want to print whatever you're getting from the h1, then for that you can just write print, and then suppose I write title from the Wikipedia page. Okay, and then here I can write the name of the variable in which my title is stored. Fine. Similarly, I also want some divs name to be extracted from the web page, right? Wherever the div container is used. So for that, what you can do, so you can take another variable. Let's say I take description. Okay. Let's take features, and then inside this, I'll again use the command soup dot find. Okay, and I want to find the div, so inside the code I'll just write div. Okay, and then dot text. Fine, and next again I want to print whatever is there inside the div, so title features from Wikipedia div. Okay, and then a comma, and then fine. So now this is what we have with us. Okay, the whole code. So what's happening, we are actually using a library which is BS4, from which we are importing some of the features of the BS4 which will help us for data scrapping. That is beautiful soup, and the request, wherein we will request the URL. Okay, like, and inside the response variable we will gather the request, like reading the URL. Okay, and then we have taken a soup variable wherein we are using the beautiful soup feature of BS4, with the help of which we want to gather the text responses from the HTML page. So what we want to get, like the responses which we want to get from the Wikipedia is h1, that means the heading, and I also want to get the div. So wherever h1 is used in this particular website, okay, like if I show the inspect again, so wherever h1 is used, you can check it over here. So this is the header, this is the h1 which they have used, okay, the title. So wherever h1 or wherever the div is used, okay, divs can be found inside the CSS which they have written, like in the styling part, or so wherever those have used, that will be extracted with the help of this particular programming language which we have written. So let's save this off, and we'll go to the terminal. So terminal, and then let me go to the page wherein my file is stored. Okay, see here I'll write fine, and then I'll just write Python, and then the name of the file. So the name of the file is im.py, and press enter. Okay, now see, when I press enter, what's happening? So here, first of all, see, main menu, move to the sidebar, hide, navigation. Okay, these all are extracted. If you see, okay, these are all divs which got extracted. Okay, the search bar, create account, login, okay, page log. So these are all divs which are used inside the page. So if you see the personal tools, create account, login, this login, these are everything which are used as a div inside, the create account, login, search, content. These are all divs which are used in this particular website. So these are all extracted, okay, with the help of the code which we wrote, this particular code. Fine. Now if let's say I just want to only print the title, okay, let's say h1, I just want title as in the website title is this one. That means the Python programming language, that's the title. So let me save this, and here we'll just go for it. So minimize more. So here I'll just write again Python im.py. Okay, so when I write Python im.py, let me add this. Okay, so here if you see title from the Wikipedia page, okay, this came up and it shows you the title, that is Python programming language, right? This is what we got. And if you see the website, so the h1 over here is Python programming language. Okay, so we have extracted the h1 from the website itself. So this is how you can actually perform web scraping or data scraping in the website. Okay, but make sure that you are not misusing the data. So that's just a basic version of data scraping. I'll also show you how to extract the whole description or subheadings, those things as well. Okay.